Hi guys, Rachel with Spunky Misfit Girl here, and I have been working on a new set of papers that I'm really loving that have this kind of vintage wallpaper feel to them. I'm hoping that they'll kind of combine nicely with my old Rose Petal Shop and Blue Ferns papers. They kind of have that same feel with the grungy creams. And then they've also got, these very kind of vintage wallpapery florals. It's not done yet, the set, so I only have a couple of them here, but I wanted to show them off and just kind of do a quick and easy little project for them. I actually did not bring my little punch, so maybe we'll try. I was gonna do a smaller size. So this is just a cute little coin envelope. And I was gonna do a smaller size. This is from an 8x8. But if I'm gonna do a bigger closure, maybe I will do another that's also 8x8. I also need something contrasting. So this was really nice with this. I used this. Maybe this part of this paper will be good for this. So let's go ahead. The first thing I always like to do is make the closure because that gives it a chance to dry. So I'm gonna pull two of those. I'm just gonna do one. This is just a craft cardstock. This is my 1-inch circle punch, and I'm just punching out two of those that I'm gonna use as a base for my closure. Woo! I'm losing it. So the first thing I'm gonna do is just glue these together. I really just wanted an excuse to make something quick with these papers. Partly also because as I'm designing them, I need to print them out and look at them and kind of use them and see, just to test them so that they are up to my standards in terms of what they look like and they actually feel good to use, because I want to make things for you guys that will be something you'll get a lot of pleasure out of using. And I thought that I had printed on the back sides of these. Oh, I did. Oh, look, I did on this one. This one's pretty. I like this one a lot. So I do have, this one is finished. You can't see the whole paper because I've already made the envelope. I've got this one, this guy, and this one. And I need to do some that are like journal pages to add to this. So let's see. It's kind of a shame because I'm going to lose one or the other. This one might be a good inside, but I don't know. This is going to be, let's try it. Let's try this one for our, oh, I did bring this. So I had more, I scrap. So I had more for the closure. So if we're going to do, we'll do another, so this is an 8x8. It starts as an 8x8 square. And it's a bit big. It's a little bigger than a normal kind of size of a coin envelope. But I think that will be a nice way to show off our paper. So I'm gonna cut this down to, this was from an 8.5 by 11, but of course, once I cut the edges off, it's only 8.25. So I'm cutting that off to make it 8 across the top. And then I'm gonna go, I think we'll go here. And I've got my 8 by 8 square. And what's nice about these is they're super simple. You don't have to measure or score or anything. We're just gonna fold just like that so that they overlap, and then make our folds and give that a crease, and then we're gonna come up on the bottom just about, you know, somewhere between 1/4 and 1/2 inch. Yay much. And then we're gonna give it a bigger flap on the top. I think I'll come down a little bit more even. That's pretty. I love it. Loving it. And now I'm gonna cut my corners, okay? So I'm gonna go at an angle on what was gonna make my bottom flap. I'm gonna go just a very slight angle there. You don't wanna do too much or you'll end up with a hole. You don't want a hole. Okay, and then same thing on our top here. We will go close by here. And I think I'm actually gonna leave this straight on this one so that I can round my corners with a corner rounder. I just cut it freehand the last time and they just don't turn out as well as what the machine can do. Where did I put the corner rounder? Did I move it? Oh, for goodness sake. I have two, and I keep one over here for this very reason. Which side do I want where? Ooh, I want this one on the top, yes. And then I'm gonna give this guy some ink. Before I glue it down. I have been watching, I'm planning a trip to Japan, and I have been watching a lot of YouTubers, and I've got one now who I love, who is a YouTuber in Japan, who is so much fun. He has the most fun, joyful energy, and he just goes around Japan eating and taking trains and, you know, showing us how to do it. And he has all these little phrases that he uses over and over again. And it's so cute and fun. It just makes me feel really like a part of his travels and a part of his journey. And I really appreciate that. And I was just thinking like how much those kind of little simple things can matter, you know? So like he says, loving it all the time when he's, doing something that he is really getting a lot of joy out of. He also says, let's keep walking as a sort of transitional element. It's so great. Okay, so I'm just inking my closure here, and I'm actually gonna give that a hole with my crocodile, just eyeballing that in the middle or so. And that's gonna give me a nice hole to draw The thing is, I'm gonna need to put this one so that the brad will be definitely on this side. I think I'm gonna scooch it a little. It might not be quite centered, but I don't want to hang off that flap. So I'm just making a mark where I want my holes, and I lost it. Is that it? That is it. That is really close. I think it'll be okay. And then we've got our mini brads. I think I used rose gold on this one. I don't know really how best to use these shiny ones. Maybe what I should do is try to figure out how to grunge them up and do a video on that. I use the bronze ones more than anything. The last time I stabbed my fingers, yeah, to death with these. They have very pointy, sharp ends. So I have to be careful when trying to open those. There's my top. I just need to put these on here. I think I need to put them on before I glue. This one in particular, really. And I think I'm gonna just stick some tape, some washi tape over the top of that because I need to glue over this area. And I don't want that brad legs mucking things up. So there goes that. Okay, now let's glue them together. I'm just gonna do a little bit on this edge and a little bit on this edge, so both of them go down. Oh, that's nice. That came right in the middle, and it's really pretty. Hopefully by the time this video goes up, these papers will be in my Etsy shop. I don't think there should be any problem with that. And you'll be able to get them. And that is my coin envelope. I actually made this one a little bit shorter, but I love it. I'm gonna round the corners off camera. Here's what we're gonna do for this closure. We're gonna do just a little bit. I used my beeswax thread on these. So I'm just tying a knot underneath that circle. I'm using my beeswax thread that I usually use to bind journals, just because I like to have something a little bit thinner on these because it works a little better, and I kind of like the look too. So I'm just gonna go ahead and wind that around and give it a little knot on the end. And that is it for today's project. I'm gonna corner around these off camera, and I will do more projects with these papers just as soon as I have them finished. And thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate your time and attention. I hope you have fun with these projects, and I will see you in the next video.